Hey guys, and today I'm going to be talking about everything I have learnt so far at university and about university, because I was definitely going in with a few ideas of what to expect because both of my brothers went to university. One of them did finish, one of them didn't. So I had a faint idea about what it was gonna be like, and also I had a lot of friends who had been or were going the year before me, so I had a little bit of insight. Other than that, I truly feel that you don't know anything about something really unless you're put in that situation yourself and you're left in that situation, because uni is definitely something that you hear about and you kind of get to grips with, and then all of a sudden you're there and you know you're not going home for another 3 months and you just need to make the best of the situation that you're in. You know no one most of the time, you're in a whole different place for most cases, and you just gotta survive and have fun with it and also get a degree. What? Let's just get started with the video. Number one, something that was so hyped up before I went was freshers, and that was definitely the strangest, best and worst experience of my life. I was put into my halls on a Saturday, and I remember we had to buy these tickets that were from the guild, so our student union. And they were really expensive actually, they were about £70, and I remember I got the wrong ticket to begin with, so I spent about 80 quids on quids? I spent about 80 quid on freshers tickets, and I had this little booklet that we went to pick up on the day that I got there, and my move-in slot was really early on the Saturday, and I picked up the booklet and we got all these freebies that everyone promised us, and actually that was quite cool, getting vouchers for free Dominoes and £1 pizzas and freshers fairs and whatnot. And I looked at the booklet and I kind of realised there was no events until the Monday, and I was there Saturday and my parents had just left me and I was in this flat with these people I didn't know, and I was like, oh my gosh, this isn't what I thought. I thought that I would come and I would settle in and meet my flat and then we'd just all go out and have fun and just have a really great time. But I had 2 days and I had to get to know them sober, and I was like, what? Oh my god, I'm fine meeting people, but it was just not what I was set up for, and everyone was like, yeah, freshers is the maddest week of your life. I mean, I had done Ayia Napa and Cancun in the summer before I went to uni, and I was actually kind of fed up a little bit of going out every single night. And the thing with freshers that they don't tell you is that yes, you go out every single night, or maybe every other night, or most nights for about a month really, because freshers week happens and then sometimes you have events. We had events spanning over a month, but they were more spread out. You have freshers, but you have to get up for compulsory lectures and introductory meetings and meeting the tutor. Otherwise you will miss so much in the first week and you'll be thrown into uni and you're like, I don't even know who to call if this happens. I don't know when these things start. How do I join societies? I was just completely baffled. I was like, oh my gosh, right, so we're going out every night and then we're coming in at 4, maybe 5, and we've got to be up by 9 to be sitting in a lecture hall. I was like, what? This is not what I expected. I thought they just left us alone. So that was definitely something that I noticed. And also, I felt sometimes I was forcing myself to go out. I also had the situation where my flat don't all drink, which was not completely that's someone's choice. I'm never ever gonna tell someone that they are wrong for not drinking. To be honest, I am quite envious of them because their bodies are probably way better than mine. Again, that wasn't something that I automatically expected. I expected that everyone had freshers tickets. I think I was just so naive going in, and I just thought everyone's got freshers tickets, we're all gonna go out together and I'm gonna make loads of friends in the first week and it's gonna be great. You make friends, but you make friends that you probably won't ever see again. And that is the harsh reality of it, because I was told this before I went and I didn't believe them. I just thought, okay, yeah, whatever. I met loads of people in my halls that I still see on and off, and I really like them as people, but we have nothing other than going out in common. So if I see them on a night out, if we have halls nights out, I'll be like, oh my gosh, hi, I remember you from Freshers Week, yeah, we met way back when. Other than that, don't see them. because they're not on my course, they're not in my group of friends, like they don't run in the same circles as me. Sometimes they clash, sometimes they don't. And that's just the way it is, and it's all about being open-minded, about meeting loads of people that you're not necessarily going to have a long-term relationship with. It's just kind of the way it is, and that's just how freshers went for me. I had a great time, obviously. I did give some nights a miss though, and I just sold my tickets on freshers' pages, which is another top tip. If you're not going to go out on one night out, there's always someone that didn't manage to get a package. Put it on the pages, sell it, because people will buy it, and don't rip them off. Obviously, I sold all mine for like £5 each, which is kind of basically what I bought it for. I was just getting my money back really, and someone else was having a good night in my place. My university, the way they ran it as well with their freshers tickets was that there was 2 groups, and certain halls or certain flats were put into certain groups, so they tried to put you with your flat. Unfortunately though, as well, as much as I loved going out with my flat, my friends that I started making were on the different set of tickets to me, so I was going out on different nights to they were, or we were going to different clubs on different nights, and it was just a bit of a shame, really, because the people I knew, obviously made me meet new people, etc, etc, but that's just how it went. Moving on from freshers, kind of related, but it's about meeting new people. You have to be so open-minded when meeting people. I love people. I really enjoy like learning about new different people's lives and what they like, meeting people on nights out and meeting people in social situations and non-social situations. I will chat to anyone, so which kind of came in handy definitely with uni, but I learned as well that you just can't ever shut someone off. I saw so many people decide that they didn't think that I was worth their time, or that they didn't think that someone else was worth their time. It was just an observation. It's not a bad thing to be selective of who you put in loads of effort to, but I definitely think that when you meet someone, keep an open mind, because you will never know when you're going to see them again. I study drama, and a lot of that is involved with the guild, so there's a lot of drama societies at my uni, and I was definitely, at the beginning, I'm a bit of a goofball and I like to make fun of myself, and I definitely think at the beginning people were a bit like, oh, you know, she doesn't really take herself very seriously, she's probably not a very serious actor or whatnot. And nowadays people talk to me that didn't even give me a chance at the beginning, which makes me a little bit wary, but at the same time I can understand why they did it. It's just very much about everyone's desperate to make a group of friends because it gives them stability, and it's giving them stability in a situation that is so unstable it's ridiculous. I can see why it happens, and I can see why people try and force friendship groups and creating like these little cliques and stuff, but it's just not beneficial in the long run, because these things fall apart, and if you don't keep an open mind, you know, you're just never gonna get on with everyone or anyone. And if you don't like someone, it's fine, you don't have to talk to them. Like, I've met people that I'm like, oh, you're not really my cup of tea, but I don't have to see you that much, so I'm just gonna not have an opinion on you. That's who you are, and I'm gonna move on. Living with people. I am not an only child. I do have 2 brothers, as I keep mentioning, but I live on my own with my parents. So I have my mum, my dad, my dog, and then me. And my brothers are really old. One of them is 31, 32, and he lives in Australia, and one of them is 22, 23, and he lives in London, which is not that far from here, but that does mean that they have been gone a long time. I think I've been living in this house on my own since about year 9, because Lewis, the middle brother, went to uni, and then he came back for like 2 months, and then he went off and bought his own flat, and he does his own thing, and I really look up to him because he just does his own thing, and quickly as well. So I don't feel like an only child. I never have felt like an only child, but I can see where I've probably forgotten how to live with another human my age-ish. Moving in to my flat was the strangest thing in my life. Again, we work as a flat. We are fine as a flat. We go out as a flat. Obviously, within some situation like that, friendships form. We are very wary. We don't want to exclude people, but at the same time, it's so difficult when you really get on with someone and you're living with them and you do want to spend all your time with them. It's such a brother-sister dynamic. and we're all just a family, and families argue and fall out and get peed off with each other, and sometimes I do come in and I don't want to see anyone, but living with people, you do have to learn to compromise and not get too mad, and do pick up the weight where other people slack, because they might be having a really bad day and they might be having exams and busy, etc, etc, and it is something that I've had to learn to just shut up, clean the whole kitchen, someone's obviously having a bad day, it's fine. With living with people, be patient. If I am staying in and they're all going out, I have to just accept that there will be noise and be patient. Don't always mind if it's not before an exam. If it's before an exam, I do ask that they don't go really loud, or maybe prink at someone else's, and it's the same vice versa. It's not just me being an absolute bum, but they do ask as well. Compromise, accept sometimes that people do mess up, especially when they're drunk. Like, people do stupid things, and it is very much forgive and forget, otherwise you're going to hold a grudge and there's literally no point, because the only person that's going to suffer is you, because you're going to feel awkward going into the kitchen like mad at you, and they're all like, I'm sorry, but I can't do anything about it. You just got to get over it. With regards to living, you just got to look after yourself. I've been so ill since I've got there, and so many people have, and it's not just Freshers' flu. They don't tell you that Freshers' flu lasts so long, and it's just insane. Like, I still have it, you can hear it, it's just insane. I sometimes just have to take a rain check and just think, I feel gross, I need to stop drinking, I need to stop going in situations where loads of people are smoking around me. Do have to now just go to the doctors, and at the beginning I just didn't want to waste my time queuing up, but you do need to keep on top of it. Just look after yourself. Silly things, get your hair cut, just get your hair cut, do your eyebrows, go to the dentist. It's silly things. It's about carrying on things from home into uni, whereas at the beginning I felt like I was on an extended holiday and yay, I can go out every night, and if I feel ill, that's fine. But when I'm still ill at this point and I'm only just getting better, I did have to look and think, okay, I can't keep up that for 3 years, because I will my health. You need to take action, go to the doctors, just make sure you sign up in case something happens, and just take all their advice in welcome week. Just, you know, if you're having more than just health issues, go and see all the services available. We have a really good student minds section, and it's just it just makes everything so much easier, and you feel like you're not alone in a situation that can feel so lonely. Contrasting to that, food shopping is an art form. I have learnt that food shopping is actually quite difficult to get the hang of. I like to plan my weeks and know what I need to eat on each day, but when I started doing shows and getting involved in other things, that all went out the window, and I felt like I was wasting so much money on food when I was eating out most nights, because it was easier, or I was in a separate place and it was just easy to pick up a sandwich. Get all the store cards you can, earn points. If it saves you money, it saves you money. Don't go mad on snacky items. Again, it's all about looking after yourself. You just gotta make sure you're putting the right things in your body as well. Fruit and veg, a big one. If you're not gonna have fruit and veg, at least take tablets. Me and my flatmates take vitamin C tablets and have smoothies and have salads, just because we're mindful of each other. Like, we bought a fruit bowl just so we all know that we're all getting, you know, all our good vitamins and everything in our bodies, because when you're feeling ill and crappy, to also be lacking on silly things like just eating vegetables and fruit and enough iron and whatnot, and it's hard. You do feel worse, and it's for a long period of time. It's not just a week. It's not like you're just going on holiday to America and you're eating fast food for a week. If you're going to be eating fast food for 3 months at a time, something's got to give. Like, no. Make sure you have bags for life. Just fun fact, saves yourself a bit of money. 5p, this new 5p rule where you have to buy plastic bags. Just make sure you got it. And finally, what I'm going to say is force yourself to get involved. Not in the sense of force yourself against your will. If you really don't want to do it, don't do it. Things like sports and drama and music, anything like that, like painting, chess club, just go. Please do not let fear get ahead of you, because I noticed going in that I didn't know how to make friends, because I haven't had to make friends in such a long time, and I sort of went in and I was like, how do I speak to people? What do I ask them? Like, I was regurgitating the same questions, and actually it was quite funny because I found everyone else was doing the same. They were all asking the same, what course do you do? Oh, what year are you in? What halls are you in? And it was just so like, oh my god, what are we doing? I forced myself to keep going to auditions and to keep getting rejected because I was a young first year and no. And then eventually I started getting things, and then I was meeting people, and then I was going to more auditions, and I was recognising people, and it was just a really nice experience. I started getting callbacks, and I was like, what? I'm actually getting a call. The craziest moment was I got a callback for a role that had it was a play that had 4 parts, 1 female part, and there was 4 of us in the callback, and there were so many girls that auditioned for it, and I was like, I didn't even mind that I didn't get it, because I met so many people there that were like, you're really, like, I'd like you to be involved in this. And I was like, yeah, of course. Of course. And then I did get in a show and I had the best time. And I met people outside of my year and I just had such a great time. And I'm now on committee for a society. I got voted for that. And that's just so... It's mind-blowing, like it really, really is. There's so much stuff at uni that I do that I just didn't even dream that I would. I write for a newspaper, I get to go and visit the Stratford Centres with the Royal Shakespeare Company, like it's so amazing, but it's just getting yourself out there, force yourself to go. Reply to emails that you get from your department saying, this is an opportunity, do this, or get involved in Guild, don't get involved in Guild, do what you want, just make the most of it. Like maybe just do something a bit different, like other than just going out or just focusing on your degree. Like mine's related to my degree, so I do feel like I'm cheating a little bit, but oh, it's just been so fun. Just this year it's just been great. Get yourself involved. That's just one thing I've learned. I can't always shy away. I do just have to force myself. That's all for today with regards to what I've discovered so far at university. I will be doing a few more videos about this, perhaps a few blog posts. If you've got anything you'd like me to answer, leave them down below or go to my blog, leave them as a comment, and hopefully we'll get round to it. But that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was slightly insightful for you, especially those of you who are supposed to be going to university or are thinking about it, maybe a few years like younger, but this just is the reality of it. It is the best and worst experience of your life. I love it. Now, at the beginning I was really just like, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm so scared, I don't know these people. I've made the best friends, I really have. I've kept in touch with people from home, but I've also made some of the best friends. And also, quick comment about the freshers thing, I met my best friend at uni and freshers, but not on a night out, actually at one of these induction events, so do go to those because you do meet good people sober as well. I hope you all have a good day and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!